Michael Jackson was once the most visible human being on Earth. Every move, every sound, every breath was watched, analyzed, and broadcast to the world. And then something strange happened. He learned when to disappear. At the absolute peak of his fame, Michael Jackson could have been everywhere. He could have done countless interviews, endless TV appearances, and back-to-back performances. The world wanted more of him, and he had every opportunity to give it to them. But instead, he pulled back. This wasn't a retreat born from fear. It was a strategic move born from absolute control. Michael understood a fundamental principle that few artists, let alone public figures, ever grasp. Presence only truly matters if it's limited. Scarcity creates value. When he vanished from the public eye, something powerful began to build. The anticipation grew. The silence wasn't empty. It was a strategy. It was a vacuum that the world rushed to fill with speculation, with longing, with excitement. And so, when he finally chose to return, the impact was seismic. A single appearance, a single photograph, a single announcement could stop the world cold. This wasn't an accident. It was meticulously planned. You see, Michael Jackson rehearsed absence with the same dedication and precision that he rehearsed his dance moves. He protected his energy. He fiercely guarded the mystery surrounding him. Because he knew that mystery creates impact. It creates a space for the audience's imagination to run wild, to build a legend far bigger than any single person could ever be on their own. We even saw this principle play out on stage. Think about his legendary performances. He would be in the middle of an explosive dance sequence, pure energy and motion, and then suddenly, he would freeze. Utterly still. For a few seconds, or maybe even longer, he would just stand there. He would let the crowd's screams wash over the arena. He would let the silence stretch, becoming almost unbearably tense. He understood that the power wasn't just in the motion, in the spin, in the kick. The true power was in the restraint. It was in the pause. The moment he stopped moving was often more powerful than any move he made. That stillness drew every eye, every breath in the stadium to him. He was a master of tension and release. In an industry that rewards constant exposure, a world where celebrities are expected to share every moment of their lives, Michael Jackson did the exact opposite. He chose his moments. He appeared only when it truly mattered, only when he had something significant to say or to show. And because of that, every single return felt historic. It wasn't just another appearance. It was an event. People talk about the controversies surrounding him, but perhaps the most interesting thing isn't what Michael did but what he refused to do. He refused to dilute the moment. He refused to become ordinary background noise. He refused to be always available, to be just another face on a screen. He understood that overexposure is the enemy of mystique, and mystique is the lifeblood of a true icon. Michael Jackson didn't disappear because he was fading away. He disappeared because he understood timing better than anyone else alive. He knew how to create a void, and he knew that nature and human curiosity abhors a vacuum. That incredible discipline, the profound understanding of when to step forward and, more importantly, when to step back, is one of the core reasons his presence still feels so larger than life, even today. He wasn't just a performer. He was a master strategist of his own legend. This idea of strategic absence isn't unique to Michael Jackson, though he might be its most famous practitioner. Think about other great artists or leaders. Daft Punk, for instance, built an entire career on anonymity and calculated appearances. Their helmets weren't just a gimmick. They were a shield that allowed the music to be the star, creating a mystique that made their rare live shows legendary events. The author J.D. Salinger, after publishing The Catcher in the Rye, retreated from public life entirely. His silence only amplified the power and intrigue of his work, turning him into a near-mythical figure. In a world screaming for attention, the ones who whisper, or who say nothing at all, are often the ones we lean in closest to hear. This principle extends far beyond the world of art and entertainment. In business, a highly anticipated product launch that has been kept under wraps for years can generate far more excitement than a product that is constantly being updated and shown off in incremental stages. Think of Apple under Steve Jobs. The secrecy was part of the magic. The one more thing moment was so powerful because no one knew it was coming. In personal relationships, too, maintaining a sense of self, having your own life and your own space can make the time you spend together more valuable and meaningful. Constant availability can sometimes lead to being taken for granted. The lesson here is profound. It's about the power of restraint in a culture of excess. It's about understanding that your energy, your creativity, and your presence are finite resources. And like any valuable resource, they shouldn't be given away cheaply or constantly. They should be invested wisely. Michael Jackson taught us that silence can be louder than noise, stillness can be more powerful than movement, and absence can create a presence that lasts forever. He played the long game, focusing not on short-term visibility but on long-term legacy.